Hello, namaskar, guten Abend, bonsoir, good evening. Welcome to everybody. Guys, I just want you to first of all let me know, can you hear me? Can you hear me, please? Just say something if you can hear me before I start. Today I'm all by myself, but I'm very excited. I'm happy. Guys, just let me know, can you hear me? Let me know, please, so that I because I was not sure, I felt like the sound is not on. So if you can hear me, please indicate, let me know before I go ahead to start. I'm very happy that you're all here. Thank you guys for jumping in. Hi, Birgit. Thank you so much for confirming that you can hear me. Yes, Lord. Yes, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, so welcome, guys. It's just an honor for me to have you all again this evening to join me for this important discussion on a topic that actually speaks to the heart of true innovation. And the topic says how Mr. Mufareh is democratizing technology. So for decades and many years, technology has been seen as the privilege of the powerful, or the domain of tech giants, developed nations, and those with deep pockets or advanced skills, which means that so many people have been left behind for the past tens and dozens of years before Mr. Mufareh. But in today's rapidly shifting digital world, Mr. Mufareh shows up and he commits to changing that reality. What we thought was reality, he is going to turn it around. So Mr. Mufareh's dream was not just to build a successful tech company. What was it for? It was to give ordinary people like you and myself, like your auntie and my auntie down the village, whom we know so well, to give them that opportunity, was to give ordinary people that opportunity that for the last couple of years or for the last decades, this opportunity was reserved just for the elite. So if you don't belong to a certain class, then you don't have access to the digital world. But Ash comes today to change the whole narrative. And so he creates that platform that is intelligent, is automated, and it's all inclusive, right? A platform that doesn't just work for the wealthy or the tech savvy, but for everyone, everywhere, at all. We know the beauty of it, especially if you have been here since 2018. Then Mr. Mufareh actually brought this to the limelight. It doesn't matter when at all you joined. Some people joined in 2018, others, the last people joined, I think, is in 2020 or 2021, right? But then we've been in a journey. We've created a community and a family because Ash is making this possible, and I think we're already feeling the effect, the impact of what Ash is about to expose to the whole world and change lives even before it really happens. And today, through this business, Mr. Mufareh is showing the world that even the most complex dream, can be transformed into a global digital reality, and it is one that touches startups, it touches families, it touches communities, it touches nations, it touches people of all walks of lives. Nobody is left out except by choice, except you choose not to be part of it. So if you are joining us for the first time, you want to subscribe or you just want to listen first, you don't have to subscribe in the first place. Important thing is to listen and find out a bit more, because we're talking here for those who already know. We are on a journey to bring something to the world through the CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, that's going to change every life. And why you're online now is because you are searching for something that will help the business that you want to start, or you have just started, or you started many years ago. It just remains stagnant. It's not going anywhere because of one difficulty or the other. So don't go, stay with us, So we know, like I was saying, small businesses and startups, they often have big dreams, build, but then they are limited. They have limited resources. Most of them cannot afford the high cost of software subscriptions, technical staff, or marketing agencies. We've heard our brothers like Marty DeGamo, like Collins and the team. They explain this to us a lot, and it's true because we live it in our day-to-day lives. So, this business that Mr. Mufareh has created, which is about to go live for us, is helping now, level the playing field by offering automated AI-powered tools that allow a single entrepreneur to compete with established brands. You don't just start and remain there. You also grow to that level where you can talk, on the same platform with any other one that have been ones that have been growing. So this is something very interesting, very powerful, and it's even uplifting the soul even before it gets to where people will start seeing it and touching it and feeling it. But for those of us who have been there, we can already testify that it's happening. The digital transformation is already happening because of the community that we have built, the links that we have established between one another. That is just, it's priceless, isn't it? So guys, I would really like you to join me in this. I just hate being by myself because when I'm talking by myself, it feels like I'm just talking to the screen. So yeah, but then we have to do this. So I would really like to know what you say about this. But then if I just say this, after this, I would really like to highlight a few comments. So don't let me speak by myself. Let's do it together. So what I'm saying about this business, whether it's creating a website, hosting webinars, analyzing customer behavior, or automating email campaigns, everything is built in and it is user friendly. When something is user friendly, then it is comfortable, it's convenient. Everybody is happy to go there because, yes, I know that with a few clicks I can get there. Or even if somebody wants to teach me, it will go really quick. If I want to teach a friend or somebody who needs to know, it will not take time because it's quite easy to know, to learn. Given especially that some of us, we have had a go on some of Mr. Mufareh's products. So Ash is giving small players a big voice in the digital economy. This is something big, guys. It's so relieving. It takes you to the level where it even, it upgrades you to the level where even you have high esteem. You feel better, you feel different, you feel fulfilled just because of something that one person thought of it and is trying to do to all of us. So for many individuals, especially single parents, balancing work, childcare, and survival is actually a daily challenge. They need flexibility and actually not just pressure. Every day, I need to take the children to the doctors, I need to take them to the school, I need to go to work, I need to cook, I need to shop, I need to do this. But then Ash says, listen, I can do something that will help. So the business that Ash is providing, it provides us systems that will run in the background, generating results while users attend to life's other responsibilities, especially like single parents. Respect to you all, and I love you, respect you so much, because it's quite it can be really quite challenging. So this whole business, it's a game changer for stay-at-home parents as well, freelancers, and even retirees, looking to earn extra income. If you've been listening to our friend Andy Burks for many years speak on this platform, he always gives the example, especially of the United Kingdom, what retirees go through. People work for 40, 50 years, and they come up at the end of their retirement, the time that they would have spent to enjoy the better than the rest of their lives. They spend it just toiling and toiling because what they saved up it's never enough. But then this is an opportunity where, as a retired person, you have something to do. You still have a life because Mr. Mufareh makes it really, really possible. So, guys, I really let everybody chip in. If there's a retiree in the building, say how you think this is going to help you. If you're a single parent, let me know. If you're a student, just let me know, guys. Let's do this together. I hate, again, doing it all by myself. So, what Ash is doing now, it helps in that with little to no technical background, anyone can plug into the platform. How good is that? You can plug in, you can manage your own digital venture and build towards even a more stable future. What else do we want in life apart from stability in life, in the few years that we have to live on this planet Earth before we go back home? So technology should actually bring independence and not frustration, as it has been the case for the past decades, before we met Mr. Mufareh. So for people living with disabilities, many platforms remain inaccessible or overly complex, or they require assistance to navigate. But what Ash is doing, his company takes a human-centered approach. We all know Mr. Mufareh. If you know who Ash is, can you confirm, can you agree with me in the comment that Ash is more of a human-centered person? And he ensures that this platform of his is simple to use, both visually clear and even functionally very, very adaptable. So nobody is left out, nobody at all. You can only be left out, like I said at the very beginning, by choice. You say, I know that this thing is existing, but however, I don't care, right? But then it's your choice. So this gives people with physical or cognitive challenges, the confidence to run their own digital space. And why not take part in the global digital economy without needing help? Because that is the beauty of it. Because sometimes I just hate feeling sorry for someone. I don't like having pity on people. But if you see somebody who is physically disabled, but then they are independent, they can raise their own income, they can do their own stuff, they can run their own business or do whatever thing that makes them happy. When they do it by themselves, it makes you happy. So you don't have room to be sorry for them again, or to say, oh my God, I just feel bad because I'm able to do this and they cannot do it just because they have a disability, or and things like that. So Ash is doing really well, and I think this is going to change lives tremendously. So in so doing, what is he doing? Ash is actually restoring dignity and autonomy, to communities that too often have been left behind by traditional tech. Like I'm saying, before now, okay, certain things can only be done by a particular set of people, but it's no longer the case. So perhaps one of the most powerful impacts of this business, it lies in the potential to transform developing countries and continents. Of course, I represent one. I come from Africa, so that this it speaks well to me. So across Asia, Africa, Latin America, and parts of Eastern Europe, millions of people are eager to participate in the digital economy. We know that nowadays you just find a teenager on YouTube or on TikTok, on Facebook, making millions by just making stupid children stuff, right? But then people from other continents that are limited, they watch it, they have the potential, but they can't. But Ash is making it so accessible that nobody again would be left behind, because these other people, they are locked out by cost, by infrastructure gaps, and lack of technical education. All of these things, they are just going to be history in any time soon, right? So again, if you are meeting us for the first time, this is not a hype. This is not to convince you, but it's just to give you education. It's just to give you information for you to know that something is existing like this. Because we suspect that if you're online, you're surely searching how to make money online, how to start a business in 2025, how to do that. So Mr. Mufareh has got all the tools, easy to use for you and even somebody below you, put together in one ecosystem. And what is happening, this is actually is changing, is just changing that it's offering you so much value that you cannot believe, because all of these things that they are put in one place, they are affordable. What does it mean? Is removing the high cost of multiple software tools. You open this, I've told you many times, and I'll never change my words. If I open this window, open that, I get confused, I get so overwhelmed, I wreck the work, and I set the whole team into stress because I just get confused. But then when you have it all in one suit, I think life is different. In French they say la vie est belle, because it makes life beautiful for you, right? So the all in one, you don't need to juggle those different systems or pay for endless upgrades, because all the time the new upgrade, like the example Collins likes, the example of the iPhone. You have iPhone 15, iPhone 16, iPhone whatever, and so all of those things. But Ash does it quite differently, but with the best value ever known, I think, to the best of my knowledge. Moreover, the cloud-based and multilingual nature of this whole business, it allows people in remote areas to connect, to trade, and to earn globally, because there's so much talent, there's so much potential around the world, especially in these other countries, like the developing countries, where there are so many limitations. Because nowadays, even from my country, every day you just see a little child pops up with something that they have developed, something they've created, something they have done this, they can sit just where they are. They don't need to go and drown across the Mediterranean to go and seek for greener pastures, because they can still sit where they are and make income from another part, from any part of the world at all. And so imagine how Ash is going to do this. It make it so ridiculously accessible that everybody's going to be like, oh my God, finally I have a life, So there is no longer just about business. It's about digital liberation, So there's so much fun, there's so much happiness, there's so much relief in knowing that we are part of this. I don't know about you, but I think we are blessed to be part of it. So, by empowering individuals and families in developing nations, with all of these tools, this business is helping to bridge the digital divide, and usher in a new era of global equality. This word equality, we know, if you're in the UK, you know about equality, and what there's always equality is a word that everybody wants, because I just want to feel and be in that place like any other person. Guys, don't hit your plate when you're eating. So we this is something just really, really good, and I feel happy about it. Guys, let me know what you think so far. If you don't want me talking by myself, then you want to join me anytime, just let me know you want to join me, so that I don't sit here just shouting at you by myself. So, at the core of all what Mr. Mufareh is doing, his heart for people, that is what is there. In the middle of it is how much he has people at heart. So his mission actually is not just commercial, it's deeply, deeply, deeply transformational. It's touching and changing lives, even before it finally comes to fruition for everybody else, even those who are doubting to experience it. So Ash has built this company on the belief that wealth, knowledge, and opportunity should not be concentrated in the hands of a few, but shared across nations, across communities, across generations. So this is something really important. This is something special. It's crucial in transforming lives, transforming lives, transforming and not transformating. You see, if you were here, you help. So it's such a liberation movement, because everybody feels good everywhere, just because of one person who thinks and starts doing it. This is not simply a business, it is a movement. It is movement that sees technology as a right and not a privilege, because like we've known that it was reserved before Ash came. It was reserved for the elites, for the educated, for the haves, the rich ones, the big guys in the building, and all of those things. But now it is a basic necessity, and it is a right. If you live in the 21st century, you have the right to have access to the internet, as long as you are using it correctly, to do whatever you want to do, to change lives, to change your own life and change lives within your community, to bring solution. With the advent of the internet and all of these things, people are offering solutions in all forms, and they're transforming lives. Somebody is just specialized in making people laugh. That is solution, because people are going through so much around the world that they just need a laugh. Sometimes you're sad and so on, you just turn to out there and see what some of these naughty kids are doing. You start laughing and it feels good. You watch it and it feels good. People are bringing solutions in teaching you, making small bite-sized videos, how to do this, how to do that, how to find, where to find this, where to find that, and stuff like that. Those are things that were absent. Imagine that Ash is doing this, and it's going to be very, very rewarding. So rewarding to the extent that it will empower people to empower their communities, right? So through Ash's work, and this company, we are witnessing a kind of a radical shift, where the tools of success are no longer hidden, behind paywalls, behind degrees, or behind the Silicon Valley offices. I would never have been one of it. That is why I'm always like happy, and I feel so blessed to be part of it, because if not of Ash, who am I to be part of this and talking about it and have an idea what is happening, So they are being placed in the hands of the everyday person, like you and me, like our little children here and there all over the world, doing all of the things that they are doing and much, much more. And any kind of person at all, the age, the senior citizens, the middle age, single parent, whatever, whoever, you have a place in Mr. Mufareh's ecosystem as long as you show the interest and you say, yes, I want to be part of it. So whether you're a mom working from home, a young man in Nairobi, Kenya, or a small shop owner in Rio, or someone living with a disability in Glasgow, this is what democratizing technology truly looks like. It engulfs everybody, embraces everybody from everywhere, from anywhere at all. So here's my challenge to you today, guys. Don't just upload this movement, join it. And for those who, when I say join it, it means you can start joining by just visiting this platform quite frequently and watch out, because when we are ready, we'll give a shout out, or there are many, many platforms that discuss things like this. If you see any one of them, whether it's Marty Tegamo, Red Fern, Andy Burks, Marcien with Voyager avec nous in French and stuff, if you see somebody talking about Mr. Mufareh, stop and listen and watch that space. Who of us that says something that ministers to you, do not ignore it, because if you ignore it today, you will surely regret tomorrow. So whether you are a professional, a dreamer, or simply curious, there's a place for you in Mr. Mufareh's ecosystem. So because with the right tools, the right vision, and the right heart, Mr. Mufareh's heart is a sweetheart. Even the most complex dream can become a global digital reality. So that is how democratization is real. It's you can see it even before it happens. So guys, I'm not sure what you think so far. I just want to look at contributions. I'm bad at speaking by myself because I can't multitask. So let me see what you have said. I need a few contributions and see what is happening. So let me see. The best thing about the digital world is that we can make money while we sleep. Go, Ash Mufareh. You are very, very right. As long as you show the interest, of course, it is yours. It's just to pop in there and start doing your thing, and the win is yours. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And let me know if I brought any value at all. And let me know if there's anything you'd like us to discuss, or if you'd like to join me sometime, so that I should not be talking to you or talking by myself. So I really appreciate you all, guys, for joining. If you find it interesting or useful, maybe you share to someone who needs to hear it. Otherwise, let's make it again the next time. Thank you. You have a best time. I don't know whether morning, afternoon, evening. See you again soon. Bye.